Hello, a very good morning to you. We are at the weekend and the weather doesn't look too bad. Certainly for our part of the world, the best of sunshine tends to be for western areas today. And as you can see on the satellite image, there's a good deal of cloud just down that Pennine spine this morning. And that's really splitting the men from the boys as we go through the next few hours. Best of the sunshine further west, always a little bit more misty and murky eastern areas of our region. Temperature-wise though, in the sunshine, it could get to around 19 or 20 Celsius today. There's slightly more breeze around than there was yesterday. But a dry day to come, followed by a fine evening. And overnight tonight, again, low cloud and mistiness will begin to fill in occasionally here and there. But there'll be some breaks in the cloud. And temperatures tonight stay in double figures, so it's not a chilly night, staying dry, winds light to moderate across the northwest of England and for the Isle of Man. So as we head into Saturday, there could be some mist and fog again in those Pennine reaches, but for most of us, it will brighten up quite quickly tomorrow morning. Some decent spells of sunshine through the day. By the end of the afternoon, there's a small risk of a few heavy thundery downpours, nudging up from the Midlands into parts of Cheshire and Derbyshire. Elsewhere, staying dry and pleasantly warm for all of us. Bye-bye. Thank you. Very good afternoon. We've made it to the weekend. The weather doesn't look too bad at all. Certainly today, some nice sunshine, best in the west. Low cloud and mistiness for Pennine areas will tend to reform as we head through into this evening and overnight. A pleasant feel today and by no means a chilly night despite any breaks in the cloud. Mistiness, a few fog patches and temperatures staying in double figures. So a dry, bright start for many places, particularly further west for Saturday morning. Low cloud on that Pennine spine will gradually lift. Most places having a decent day, but just cater for a few heavy downpours, perhaps nudging up into Cheshire from the Midlands and Derbyshire later. And they could be thundery. And it's certainly the season of mists and mellow fruitfulness. But how much decent weather do we have to look forward to this weekend? I'll have the full forecast later on. And it was a spectacular sunset yesterday across the northwest. Another pretty good day today, but can the settled weather last? I'll have all the weekend's weather details in a few minutes. Thank you. A very good evening. Welcome to the weekend. And not a bad end to the working week today. Plenty of sunshine around and more warm spells of sunshine for all of us tomorrow. There's a risk of a few thundery downpours later in the day, the details of which coming up in a minute. But in general, not a bad weekend, but cooler into next week with the threat of some rain moving in. Tomorrow's warning then from the Met Office for thunderstorms, and these will tend to move up from the Midlands, just nudging into parts of Cheshire, maybe Merseyside, the Peak District by the end of the day and into tomorrow evening. But in general, most places having a dry and fine day. And this evening, a quiet night to come, low cloud and mistiness again for that Pennine spine, but a bit more of a breeze tonight. And temperature-wise staying firmly in double figures, so it's not going to be chilly at all. And for all of us, a dry start to Saturday across the board. On to tomorrow, the sun is up at 6:56, setting at 7:10 tomorrow evening. Tomorrow's details, and it's likely to be a bit of a misty, murky start for eastern areas. Further west, it'll brighten up quickest. For all of us, though, a generally dry and fine day, except for that far south-western corner, perhaps, where a few thundery downpours will move up by the end of tomorrow afternoon and into tomorrow evening. Hard to pinpoint where they'll be, and we'll keep an eye on those. But for the majority of us, a fine day to come and feeling pleasantly warm for the time of year. 20 or 21 degrees tomorrow. Looking ahead to Sunday, variable amounts of cloud, a generally dry day, bright spells and feeling pleasant as well. It's all changed though Sunday night into Monday with a band of rain moving in. Cooler, fresher, more autumnal next week. Have a great one. Bye-bye. Hello again, welcome to the weekend. It's not looking too bad weather-wise at all, with warm spells of sunshine to come tomorrow. The risk of a few showers for some of us during the afternoon and tomorrow evening. Cooler in general next week and more unsettled and autumnal. So the weather warning in place from the Met Office for tomorrow shows where heavy thundery downpours will be affecting England and Wales. And for us, it's just nudging into parts of Cheshire, Derbyshire, maybe Merseyside as we get towards tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. In the meantime, this evening and overnight, dry, settled, long breaks in the clouds, some mistiness and low cloud for Pennine areas before dawn. Bit of a breeze picking up though later, and temperatures staying firmly in double figures as well as we head towards Saturday morning, when the sun is up at 6:56, setting at 7:10 tomorrow evening. Saturday then, a gloomy start for eastern areas, but brightening up nicely further west very quickly. And for all of us during the afternoon, feeling pleasantly warm, plenty of sunshine on offer, and just the small risk of one or two of those showers moving up from the Midlands later on in the day. Temperature-wise then, 21 degrees, bit of a breeze later, and Sunday's looking largely dry and fine. Good night.